More than 6 years after San Diegan Elizabeth Sullivan was first reported missing, her husband is finally sentenced for her murder.
Prosecutors say after stabbing the wife and mother to death, the former Navy man hid her body in a freezer for 2 years before later dumping it in the San Diego Bay. News 8's Richard Allen has more on Elizabeth's loved ones' pleas for justice leading up to the judge's decision.
Well, that's right. Prosecutors say mounting financial pressures and marital difficulties led to Matthew Sullivan murdering Elizabeth, his wife, and the mother of the couple's 2 young daughters.
He didn't give her a quick, painless death. It was essentially torture.
1 year after a jury found 36-year-old Matthew Sullivan guilty of brutally stabbing his wife Elizabeth to death in their Liberty Station home, the former Navy man learns his sentence, 16 years to life in prison. Leading up to that in San Diego Superior Court Friday, Elizabeth's loved ones had their say.
The longer sentence won't make the pain go away, nor will my recanting of the sorrow I've gone through these last 6.5 years make this man feel any differently than he does now.
Matt has caused a tremendous amount of pain to me, Liz's family, and friends. There are no words to describe this pain that still sits in the pit of my heart.
Prosecutors say after murdering his wife in October 2014, Matthew Sullivan hid her body inside a freezer in their home for 2 years, later dumping it in the San Diego Bay the day he was set to move out of San Diego. That same day, Elizabeth's decomposed body was discovered floating in the water a half-mile from the couple's home, wearing the same clothes she was last reported wearing 2 years earlier.
She should have had decades to grow old and to watch her children grow up. And the defendant took all that away from her and from them.
Matthew Sullivan's defense attorney tried in vain to argue for probation for his client, pointing out his lack of a criminal record before this.
This is the person who got through high school without discipline records of any kind, no juvenile criminal court contacts.
Arguments that in the end failed to dissuade the judge from handing down the 16 years to life sentence, as Elizabeth's loved ones pushed for the longest punishment possible.
I pray that Matt never see or experience freedom again.
And as Matthew Sullivan now begins his sentence, he is being credited with more than 3 years' time already served since his initial arrest back in 2018.